What's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's Wise 5 Picks stream. Feeling pretty good about today. We had a lot of stuff that we liked. It was a good problem to have, it felt like. So sometimes we have an issue where, like, man, we don't have a money line that we like, or man, we don't have a nerfy that we like. Today definitely felt more like, wow, we have a lot of stuff in this category that we like. Which one's it going to be? So that's a good problem to have, and also that also means that everybody who is a Capwise.com subscriber, you should expect quite a few additional dashboard picks to in addition to the Wise 5 picks. I think we've got several more that we're looking to throw up there.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff today. Big slate. Some teams playing multiple games, which we'll touch on. Some doubleheaders, so lots to choose from today.
Jake, you've been off lately. In what way have you been off? Like your picks or your mental?
Yeah, get on whatever needs to be.
What? Hope you're doing all right. So quick recap of yesterday's picks. We went 3-2, up a little under a unit after the VIG, but still pretty happy. So our Royals money line play, which we had to come up with kind of live on the spot after the D-backs line moved, or what line was it that moved? Oh, it was.
It was basically the pitcher.
Yeah, there was a pitching change in one game. Oh, it was the Blue Jays Braves. That's what it was. Pitching change in that game, had to switch the money line play. The emergency money line play lost. That's okay. We had the under 8 at -105 in the Yankees and Rays. That hit pretty easily. We had Astros team total over 4.5 at -108. That hit. Not so easily, but a win's a win. Took 4 runs off the bullpen in the 8th, but we'll take it. Player prop, Whit Merrifield over 1.5 hits, +187. That lost. I'm done with the Royals for a while. If I put any more Royals plays up, somebody needs to come over here and slap me.
Did you know they're on the 9-game losing streak? I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I knew they were cold. I was
crazy.
Kind of just expecting them to be a little less cold yesterday. It didn't happen though.
Yeah, it's wild because they started off the season, I think, 13-3 or something.
They were really good. I mean, they were like sitting at 16-9 at one point, and now they're 16 and a lot more than 9.
That was crazy.
It was. And Nerfy pick hit. We had Miami, Arizona, no run first inning, -115. Back in the win column on the Nerfies. That one felt pretty good.
Finally, that felt good. It was close too. I don't know if you saw it, but.
It was
as close as it could get.
Ben, guess who just followed us? Let me replay this alert. Bookit Sports. Thank you.
Oh wow,
for the follows.
Nice.
Is Trent in here or?
He might be. I know they've been trying to beef up their Twitch stream, and I've been telling them they need to because Twitch is the future. And when I say Twitch is the future, take a look at what the NFL is doing. They just announced that. I think 4 Thursday night games, or maybe it actually might be all Thursday night games are going to be streamed on Twitch.
Yeah, so I think Amazon has the exclusive rights to those games, and Amazon owns Twitch.
Yeah, so you guys haven't seen anything yet. Like, just as Twitch and content creation and everything with the sports, there's going to be some big opportunities coming up with Twitch, so I'm glad Bookit is on board for that too.
Yeah. And if you have not already, Ben, you want to give a little Bookit spiel?
Yes, Bookit Sports. Download the app. Basically, it's a Twitter for sports betting without the politics. That's literally my personal spiel, my take on it, and that's why I love it. Because it's you don't have to deal with all the other crap. It's strictly for sports betting, social platform. You get to sweat bets out with other people, see where other bettors are putting their bets on, and yeah, it's a great app, and it just continues to develop. So excited for the future of that too.
Yeah. So Jake says passed up on the Yanks Rays under and the Astros team total over, went 1-2 writing stream picks yesterday. Yeah, I mean, it be like that sometimes. I mean, the way that I like to think of the stream picks is just it's either an all or none. We don't really have a like this one's better or worse than that one.
Yeah,
it's
because
just if
I've
if you
noticed
take
in
it
my
all, you're
time.
up like 16 units.
Yeah, unless you have something with the system that shows it's like a really good play. It just seems that if you try to cherry pick after we cherry picked, it's just
Or maybe
you know
maybe he saw the fact that the totals that we've had have been underperforming everything else a little bit and was like, I'm gonna fade them on those.
yeah. But then that's when you should play them because that's when they're gonna hit, right? That's how I look at it.
Yeah,
We
I
were
mean, I've
due.
been I've been kind of rethinking my handicapping approach to those after they started off kind of cold, and they've been better the last few days.
Yeah, yeah. I felt really good about that Yankees Rays one yesterday, so I'm glad that one hit.
Yeah. So, are you ready to hop into today's Wise Five picks?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. So we're gonna start off with the money line Wise pick of the day, and for this pick, we are going to Coors Field. Just kidding. We're not going to Coors Field. We're going to Coors Field later, but not for this one. We are going to Fenway with the Red Sox minus 148 against the Oakland Athletics. So let me find this number before it goes away, because I think that this is going to move. So here it is on DraftKings. Red Sox money line minus 148. So why Red Sox? It really boils down to the guy on the mound for Oakland today. James Caprielian, or however you say his name.
Yeah, I'm glad you took that one because I don't know how to pronounce it. I
It
even
looks
tried
like-
to like
it looks like
YouTube
Caprielli.
it. I couldn't even. They didn't even have any YouTube clips of someone saying his name. I couldn't even be official with it.
Yeah. So this is a guy who was a former first-round pick by the Yankees back in 2015 out of UCLA. He was, I think, 15th or 16th overall. He was the key piece that came back to Oakland from the Yankees in the Sonny Gray deal. Fun fact. But he's a guy who has been extremely injury-prone. So after he was drafted in 2015, he signed, he pitched in like rookie ball that year. In 2016, he made 3 starts, injured his elbow, missed the rest of the year. Caprillion, thank you. I trust you. I trust you on that.
Caprillion. Sounds like a Pokemon name.
It really does,
Caprillion.
actually. You're completely right. It's like in a different universe. That's what Caterpie
I
evolves
choose
into.
you, Caprillion. You get to face this very good
You get to face
Boston
JD
lineup.
Martinez. JD Martinez, I choose you.
Yeah, good luck, James.
Good luck, James. So he missed almost the entire 2016 season. Then, in spring training 2017, he tore his UCL, had to get Tommy John surgery, missed the whole 2017 season, missed the whole 2018 season. It's like 3 years of development out the window. In 2019, he came back. He pitched between high A, double A, triple A. It was okay. In 2020, no minor league season. He pitched 2 games in relief, only 3 innings in 2020. And this season has made 1 start in the minors. So going back to the time he was drafted, all the way back in 2015, he's only thrown like 100 innings. So this is a guy who's probably been developing in practice. I mean, that's how practice works, but hasn't seen much game time, and now gets to come in, make his first career start against the Red Sox. I just don't think it's a recipe for success for him.
Yeah, and on top of that, Nick, yesterday's game, low scoring, offenses weren't really getting it done, and here in Fenway, this is a great spot for the Red Sox bats to tee off on a guy they know they can at home. Really bad spot for him. I think with these younger pitchers, he's not so much like a super young pitcher just with his circumstances, but I always like to say
27.
Yeah, so that's not really young.
No, he's just inexperienced.
Yeah, inexperienced. I don't like the spots for these guys when it's against a decent lineup on the road. So,
yeah. And I mean, the Red Sox are a better than decent lineup.
Yeah, and they got they have lefties that can hit, they got righties that can hit. So even at plus 150, I mean, I guess that's a pretty good value just considering where it's at. But I mean, I think Red Sox should be closer to minus 160, minus 165 in my opinion.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that's kind of the point that I'd play it up to. I think if you're looking more minus 175, minus 180, if it gets to that point, that's when you kind of shy away.
And it certainly could in the next few hours. I wouldn't be surprised if you start to see this one shoot up.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
kind of like what we're doing, it is kind of up front can be square where it's like, oh, it's the starting pitcher first time in a while. People are going to start seeing that, and this number is going to skyrocket. So if you can get it now.
Yep, absolutely agree. Also, on the Red Sox side, Eduardo Rodriguez is a solid pitcher.
He is.
Not too much more to say about him than that, though. You ready for number 2? Oh, also, yep. Jack says he's on the A's. Got them at plus 150, saw too much value. I mean, I don't hate the A's at plus 150. I mean, yeah. I wouldn't take the A's at all, just in general today. But it's better than plus 128.
That's fair.
All right, so our second wise pick of the day, our game total. Now, it's time to go to Coors Field. And my widgets aren't loading. That's bad.
Too many widgets.
Yeah, we have too many widgets. That's actually a huge problem.
It's never happened before, huh?
No, it's never happened. It happens sometimes before the stream where I can't edit them, but it's never happened like where I can edit them and then it just stops working suddenly. Let me try like this. No, still having widget problems. Oh, there we go. I got one widget to open. I'm just going to let this one sit. So our total pick is, like I said, we're going to go to Coors Field. We're going to go game 1. We're going under 6.5 in game 1 between the Rockies and the Padres today. So, Ben, fill us in on this one.
Yeah, so John Gray, one of the only pitchers that I can remember off the top of my head, and has to be one of the only current pitchers currently that has a better ERA in Coors than he does away from Coors, which is just really weird, but it works for him. And for some reason, he's very comfortable pitching at home, in a hitter's park at the high altitude. So I think he will minimize the damage done by the Padres' bats, and the Padres are without Tatis, Profar, and is there one I'm missing, Nick?
There's a lot. So it's Tatis,
there's a few.
Profar, and this morning there was 2 more. I know Will Myers is on IL now.
Yeah.
And there's another one. Let me look real quick.
Might be, yeah. So while Nick looks that up, there's a lot of guys out. So
Oh, Hosmer.
I mean,
Hosmer's out.
Hosmer too. So you got Hosmer. I mean, you basically have 3 of your top 5 hitters out of the lineup. You could even say 4 of your top 6, other than Grisham and Machado. So, yeah, this is this is going to be a interesting game, and I don't even know which offense is better in this one because the Rockies' bottom half of the lineup has been absolutely terrible with Trejo and Dom Nunez has started to regress. Matt Adams, I mean, he's either hitting a deep shot or he's striking out. Hampson near the top of the lineup. Yeah, so this offense for the Rockies isn't anywhere better. So you have 2 good pitchers on the mound in a 7-inning game, which eliminates the bullpen for the Rockies, which is huge because we saw what happened yesterday. Somehow that game hit under. That was a miracle. But, yeah, I think this is a great under spot. I know it's Coors and people can get scared of playing unders at Coors, but you have to look a little under the surface, and this is a great play today.
Yeah, absolutely agree. I think Ben touched on all the points. I think the big thing that I want to reemphasize though is the 7-inning game.
Yeah, huge.
I mean Darvish and Gray are both guys who can go deep. They're solid guys. Bullpens, especially for the Rockies, bad. Don't want to see those. I see like a 3-2 game here.
Yeah, and Darvish is pretty good. He's pitched in cores. Yeah, this is just a great spot for an under here, and I'm just making sure that we can't find a 7 somewhere, but looks like 6.5 is going to be a good number, which I like.
I mean, so we have 6.5 at plus money on Superbook. 6.5 also plus 100 on PointsBet. Looking at minus 105 on the under 6.5 on DraftKings.
I did see a 7 somewhere, but it wasn't on those 3. I'm just curious if I can find it again.
Yeah, I mean, 7's even better, although you're probably going to get 7 at like minus 120, minus 125 type of thing. So I'm happy.
Yeah, 6.5.
With the 6.5
I like it.
at plus 105.
I like it.
Yeah, so we're still having some widget issues. Okay, so our Jake says the only thing that scares me is that you also love the under.
No, he said that I also love it.
Oh, I gotcha. Because you've been cold, according to you.
Don't worry, you can't be cold forever.
Nope, it's impossible. All right, so let's hop down to our no-run first inning pick of the day. It scares us too, that it does. So the widget for this one is working. So I'm going to go ahead and set this one up. So our no-run first inning wise pick of the day is also coming to you from Coors Field. We are going to go with no-run first inning in Game 2. Not Game 1, Game 2. Between the Padres and the Rockies. And this Nerfy comes in at a whopping plus 123. So love that number. Let me find this. I think it was DraftKings that had our best number here. Yeah. So this is the doubleheader, Game 2. Under half a run in the first inning, a.k.a. the Nerfy, plus 123. Love to see that. So this kind of... The reasoning is similar to the reasoning for the first game that we like the under there. So the pitchers aren't quite as good in this one. We have Blake Snell and Andrew Gomber going in game number 2 as opposed to Darvish and Gray in game number 1. But again, the offenses are weak, especially the Padres are missing a lot of those guys at the top of the lineup that have been Nerfy destroyers, especially Tatis.
Yeah.
Tatis
is the second, third part of the lineup. I mean, that's it's very scary to ever play a Nerfy when you have that in the lineup.
Yeah. So Blake Snell this year, 7 starts, hasn't allowed a run in the first inning in 6 of them. So pretty happy about that. Gomber, on the flip side, has actually gone 5 of 7 starts this year without allowing a first inning run. The only 2 starts that he did were against the Dodgers in his first start of the year. First start in Coors Field for him too, and against the Giants in Oracle, where he gave up a lot. But that was, I think, just a fluke game. That was the game where he gave up 9 earned in under 2 innings. I don't think anybody's going to expect that kind of performance here. But aside from that, aside from his first game in Coors and just a big fluke game, he hasn't given up a first inning run this year. So that, combined with the number that we're getting, the plus 123, is basically as good as it gets for a no-run first inning prop. Combined
guys,
with the week.
I promise you, Gomber is not as bad as you think.
No, Gomber is not bad.
He's not as bad as you think. I know he had a few iffy starts. One of them was against the Dodgers, and the other was against a really hot Giants team. That I think he only pitched maybe 4 innings that game. Maybe
he pitched
even less.
He pitched 1.2 innings that game.
Oh, yeah. So
gave up 9 runs.
Not even close. Yeah, but he has a few good starts, and I just think that again, you don't have to face a healthy Padres lineup. I mean, that's huge, and he's going into this excited. So.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Yeah, and Nick, Snell, 1 start at Coors Field and pitched 6 innings, and no earned runs. So I know it's just one start, but if you guys have been listening to me on the stream and just over the years, I've definitely had the angle of not wanting to, bet on guys and fading guys who don't have that Coors Field experience, and he's got the game under his belt. And I'm telling you, there's a mental aspect to it, and Snell is a good enough pitcher that he's going to be ready to go in this one. So,
yep. So, Jack says Gomber. Oh no. Hey, I'm.
We just need one inning out of him.
Yeah, it's just one
that's
inning.
all we need.
And against who? No.
Well, let's see here.
Yeah, I mean we'll see what the official lineup is, but the
We're
projected
probably
top
gonna have
lineup:
Grisham,
Cronenworth, Machado, which I guess is still
Machado.
reasonably good hitters. But I mean, there's no Tatis, and then if you walk one of those guys, get him on base, you're not looking at Myers and Hosmer behind. You're looking at Tommy Pham and Ha-Sung Kim.
Exactly. Yeah, shit. Walk Machado. I'm fine with that. They might. I don't think they'll just intentionally walk him. Of course, that'd be silly. But I would not be surprised if they pitch around him.
Yeah, I agree. So Ben, are you ready to move on to another pick?
Yep. Let's do the next one.
All right. So our widget problem seems to have been resolved. So our team total wise pick of the day is one that I actually like this one quite a bit. So we're gonna go with the White Sox over 3.5 runs at -136 against J.A. Happ and the Minnesota Twins today. So let me find this number before it disappears and goes back to 4. All right, yeah, so we're going to have to change this to -139, but still, I'm happy to pay that juice to get this at 3.5. It's sitting at 4 in a lot of spots. If you can get 4, even at like -110, I still think that that's a nice play. But this White Sox offense is really good, in case you didn't know. They are the best team in the league hitting against lefties this year. The White Sox as a team are hitting 300 against left-handed pitching. That's incredible. J.A. Happ is, of course, a left-handed pitcher who his profile this year is really, really strange. So he's made 5 starts. He has a 1.91 ERA and a .85 WHIP. Larry says, I believe Happ might take a small dip.
Chewing tobacco?
Yeah, of chewing tobacco. And in the pool before he comes into the game.
When I first read that, I 100% was thinking about chewing tobacco.
Ben,
I don't chew. I'm just saying it's baseball. So
it is baseball. That is true. I think
Larry knows what's up.
Both. Yeah, I mean he's just gonna have the dip trifecta. He's gonna have some tobacco dip while he dips in the pool and his performance dips.
Good.
Yeah, but so in his 5 starts this year, he's pitched 28 innings. He only has 16 strikeouts. So he's a guy who's allowing a lot of balls in play. I think this year Happ has a .171 batting average on balls in play against, which is incredibly low. His swinging strike rate...
You're not sustaining that.
No, it's unsustainable.
Hey, Nick, real quick, can you explain that to people about the regression? I think that's a good point.
Well, I mean, so batting average on balls in play is typically viewed as being something that the pitcher doesn't really have control over. I mean, they do to a small extent, but whether balls in play are hits or not hits is typically independent of the pitcher. So if that's really low, you've had good luck. If it's really high, you've had bad luck. And the luck should kind of fix itself over time. So against this White Sox team that's hitting 300 against lefties and a pitcher who's allowing a lot of balls in play, I think that it's just the prime opportunity to grab a number that's a lot lower than it should be at 3.5. I mean, really, I think that's what it boils down to.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this White Sox team offensively just doesn't get enough credit. I think like Luis Robert being out, like people kind of been sleeping on him, but they've been doing well. And Hop's a lefty, so this is a great spot.
Yeah, I mean, Larry says White Sox averaging over 5 runs a game and over 9 in their last 3. Almost like they made a mistake. I mean, I feel like this is low because people see J.A. Happ's ERA. And that's it.
And it's pushing 4. I mean, I would not be surprised if this got up to 4.
Oh, it's 4 everywhere else. But again, I like it at 4. So let's take a quick look. So on Superbook, we're looking at White Sox over 4 minus 110. I think that's fine. I think it's a good play. If we couldn't get it at 3.5, I think this over 4 would still be on the Wise 5 picks. On Points Bet, I think it's like the same thing. We might actually have a maybe more like a minus 115 here. Oh, minus 125. But whatever. I mean, even still, I still think it's a good play.
Yep.
Long story short, best team in the league against lefties against a lefty who allows a lot of balls in play. Jack likes the over in that game as well. I agree. I also think that that Kukul, to a lesser extent than Happ, is also due for some regression. Because he has a similar profile as well, where he's not really allowing a lot of balls in play. I mean, he's only got 17 Ks in 38 innings. Or sorry, where he is allowing a lot of balls in play. And having good luck on them. So I think the White Sox are good for 5 or 6, honestly. And I think the Twins have enough to cover the over.
I like it.
All right. Are you ready for the final Wise Pick of the day?
Yep.
All right. So for our Wise Player Prop of the day, we're going to go with John Gant over 4.5 strikeouts today against the Milwaukee Brewers. So, Ben, do you want to start this one off, or do you want me to start it off?
You started off. I'm going to pull up the Baseball Savant. I just closed out of it.
All right. So, John Gant, right-handed pitcher, Milwaukee, for as good as some of the bats in their lineup are, actually strikes out quite a bit against right-handed pitching. So, Milwaukee, 5th highest K rate in the league against righties, 26.8%. Gant is a guy who's hovering around or a little under a strikeout per inning. So in order for him to go over 4.5, I mean, he needs to throw 5 innings on average. Let me actually pull this up real quick so I can show you the line so we can lock it in. There it is. So yeah, John Gant over 4.5 at minus 112. Gant this year has had 4 or 5 Ks in 5 of his 6 starts, which is a lot of consistency, I would say. He had 4 in his 2 first starts of the year, where he only went 4 innings and 5 innings. I think he was kind of still building up some arm strength. In the 4 starts he's had since then, he's had 5 in 3 of those 4. Ben, you had a page that you were pulling up?
Oh yeah. I actually think that this one is just one of those spots where it's the platoon splits, like Nick said, with the Brewers bats, and he's struck some of these guys out in the past. So if we're looking at 4.5 here, we need 5, and I think with the platoon splits, it's a good value. So
yeah, exactly.
I don't want to overthink this one.
If this was at 5, or if this was more juiced, I don't think it would be as good of a play. Like Ben said, it's just a value. I mean, also no Yelich for Milwaukee is pretty big. There's a lot of 3 true outcomes guys in that Milwaukee lineup. So even if Gant walks a guy here, gives up a homer there, he's going to get his case. Like we don't need Milwaukee to not score. We just need them to strike out.
Yep.
Yeah, JG12346 7 says Hap has a 520 Sierra this year. Yeah, a lot of the kind of fielder independent pitching type metrics paint Hap as a pretty below average starter this year. So Sierra, for anybody who doesn't know, is kind of like an expected ERA type of thing. I don't know exactly how it's calculated. It's a little bit different from
similar to XFIP, like FIP, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so FIP is fielder independent pitching. XFIP is the same thing, except that they normalize your fly ball to home run ratio to the league average, kind of just also making the assumption that that's independent of the pitcher. But all of those metrics are pretty down on Hap. Jack says, I'm liking under first 5 in this one. I'd be on board with that. I mean, Woodruff is a solid pitcher. I mean, he's a more than solid pitcher. He's a fantastic pitcher.
Yeah, that was another one we kind of discussed a little bit, so that makes sense.
And I use tape Gant over 5.5 plus 155 on DK. Yeah, DK didn't have a lineup for this before the stream, so that must have just popped up in the last half hour or so.
Yeah, they were late today with stuff. Like
they were.
I don't know what was going on because the other few days by 10, everything was out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I shouldn't say everything, but almost everything.
Yeah, a lot of stuff was out.
Yeah.
I think the plus 155 is kind of tempting. I think we should stick with the 4.5 minus 112. Just because I think there's a really, really high chance he ends up on exactly 5.
Yeah, and he hasn't hit that in his, first 5 starts, so. But that's the reason why it's at plus. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he can get to 6, but
yeah, no, not at all. I wouldn't be surprised.
Difference between one strikeout here is a lot, I would say.
Mm-hmm. You could play the over 4.5 and the under 5.5. Try and middle on exactly 5.
Well, that's
probably not a good play.
But hey,
but you could if you wanted.
You could.
Not advising it, but you could.
Couldn't do that years ago, It's the beauty of online sports betting. Well, I guess you could if you ran to a casino down the street. You're like, whew. Anyways. Now you can just sit on your couch and do it on your phone.
Yeah, I mean, what's better than that? So I've got nothing else for today. Ben, you have any final points you want to make, or anybody in the chat have anything you want to talk about?
No, I think we covered everything we needed to today. I'm liking the picks. Feeling good about today. We can go 3-2 again. We'll take that every day. So
yeah, for sure. Especially because we have 2 picks at plus money as well.
Yeah. So yeah, and even let's say the top 3 highest odds win. I mean, it's almost like a break even. But yeah, you make a little bit there. So as long as we're going positive, not negative, that's what we're shooting for. So
yep. So yeah, I think we're gonna end the stream on that note. Thank you all, as always, for being here. If anybody who is here is not in the Discord, you should join that. I threw a link to that down in the chat. We've got probably 450 people in there at this point.
Ooh, don't get me started on the NFL. I was already looking at some odds, some lines. I like the Cowboys, 6.5 plus 6.5.
Jack says Angels as slight dogs. So Heaney, I think, pitches pretty well against the Astros. I was looking at it. I was thinking about it a little bit.
I think under is the play there.
Yeah, I think the under is the play.
Because I think naturally, people look at these 2 teams and they just think that they're just going to crush balls 24/7, but these are 2 decent pitchers, and Heaney's done well against the Astros, and Urquidy can be up and down, but yeah, 8.5 is a lot of runs for these 2 pitchers. So I would definitely lean under. I looked at the over for a tad, and I was like, no, there's no way I would touch that over. It would have to be under or fade.
Yeah. So last thing, I think, before we hop off, as always, I'm going to prod you all. If you have an Amazon Prime account, click on the link that I just threw in the chat. There it is again. There's a tutorial how to link your Amazon Prime account and your Twitch account. And once you've done that, you can subscribe for free to a channel on Twitch every month. Use that here. Use that somewhere else. But use it here. Oh, we got Saucy in here for once.
Saucy, what's up, brother?
Larry, you did it finally. Did you link? Did you subscribe? I don't know. It says I can gift you a sub.
Maybe he did it in between streams. Maybe.
Yeah. So finally, this tutorial. Actually, I watched it. I went through the process myself just to make sure it's easy. If you can't follow those instructions, there's something wrong with you. I'm sorry.
Why you got to single out Quinn like that? No,
True.
Quinn didn't. Quinn tried to do it pre-video.
Yeah, Quinn hasn't been here since that tutorial's been in the description.
Quinn's hopping on like, come on, guys. But hey, it's okay because his name is an alias name, so no one knows who it is unless you've been in these streams for a while.
Yeah. Also, so Larry, you linked your account, but you didn't subscribe to the channel. I don't think. I have the list of subscribers up.
Yeah, so
You're not on there. We have my personal account, Ben's personal account, T Cherry, P Walk, Jake, Will Water, and Ace. There's
How do I find that, Nick?
Yeah. Wait, what?
How do I find that?
You can't. You have to be
Okay,
logged in to the Twitch account.
I am.
Oh, well, I mean, I have it up on the chat bot. We have a list of subscribers.
We'll figure it out later. I'm just curious.
But somewhere, are you on your phone or are you on desktop? But either way, below the stream there's a subscribe button. Pull it up on my phone. But you hit the subscribe, and then you subscribe free with your linked Twitch Prime. I'm actually not going to pull it up on my phone. Well, no, I will pull it up on my phone. Let's see. What time will dashboard plays be up? I think we're going to try and get them up pretty soon, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get them up right away, and then I think we'll have one, maybe two. Ooh, that player prop, Nick. I've been thinking more about it. I think I might have to throw it in. You know who I'm talking about.
Do I?
We'll see.
Oh,
You know who I'm talking about.
the guy who might not even be starting.
No. The pitcher.
The pitcher. Oh, okay.
I know. Yeah, let's play a player prop of a guy not starting. So I think that if the guy doesn't play, it's fine. But if he pinch hits, then we're kind of out of luck unless he hits a home run. But we shouldn't want to bank on one at bat for an RBI prop. That's for sure.
There it is. Larry.
There you go, Larry.
Has
Welcome to the crew.
subscribed with Twitch Prime.
Now you can use the
Thank you. Appreciate that.
lock.
Now you have access to your beautiful Capwise lock emote. What now?
Yeah, and I think we're gonna try to add a few others too. We got to brainstorm. I want to incorporate our dogs somehow. The dog of the day. I think that's.
Hey, I mean, so we need 15 subscribers to unlock the next emote slot.
So what are we at now? 7.
9.
We're at 9. Okay.
Oh no, 8.
8.
So we just need 7 more.
Okay.
And I know you all have Amazon Prime. That's why I keep prodding you. You're all adults. You all buy shit online.
Yeah, it's free. It's free. It's not
it's free. You literally
on.
spend 2 minutes and you link it, and it just gives us money for no extra cost to you.
All right. Well, I think that's all today. Yeah, if you want to hop in the Discord and talk some NFL stuff, we'd love to do that because I just looked at.
Did
it was
the whole
funny. I looked
schedule
at
come out?
Yeah, and they already have first week odds up. So
Wow.
yeah, I was like, "Woo, Dallas Cowboys, sign me up." That doesn't sound pretty, but there's a fun stat, Nick, about Super Bowl champs in the first week, and they never cover. But
Really?
is that is there something there? Are they getting overvalued, or is it
who knows?
coincidence? Who knows? There's a formula we could probably do to figure that out, right?
Probably.
But yeah, I think that's about it for us. We'll be in the Discord all day.
Yep. And we will. Also, I think I'm comfortable making this promise on stream right now.
Ooh, yeah.
We should have model simulations ready tomorrow.
The
Wah, wah.
horns. Pew pew. Nice. I'm excited.
I need a little soundboards. Press buttons, make sound effects.
There's a few Twitch guys who have that. Mm-hmm. Well, they basically they program their keys.
A Stream Deck, or no, there's a little thing you can buy. It's called a Stream Deck, or an Elgato.
Football season, we'll maybe have that.
Mm-hmm. So it's an investment.
Yeah, I'm a little scared to see how much that costs.
Yeah, let's see. I'm looking it up right now.
Let's ask the investor. Hey, man, we just dropped $500 on a stream board. What?
It's not $500.
It sounds expensive.
You can get an Elgato Stream Deck for $150. So you can get one with 15 customizable keys for $150. One with 32 keys is $250.
Nice.
But I could just sit there and press buttons, make noises, switch between different scenes and stuff.
I mean, Blue makes some noises in the background too for free, so.
True.
Just saying. Alrighty, I'm hopping off.
Yeah.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck. Same time, same place tomorrow.
Yep. See ya.